Welcome to the mind of Albert Einstein. Yes, the man behind E equals mc squared, who somehow managed to make wild hair and sticking your tongue out cultural symbols of genius. He's the name you invoke whenever you want to sound smart, the man whose theories reshaped science, and maybe the way you think about your morning commute. But beyond the myth and that untamable hair lies, well, pretty much exactly what you'd expect. A strange, brilliant guy who accidentally became a celebrity. Let's start in 1879 in Germany, where little Albert Einstein made his grand debut. And he was different from the beginning, as in, so different that his teachers thought he might be a bit slow. That's right. The Albert Einstein, the man who would one day rewrite physics, had a childhood resume that would make any teacher sigh. He had zero interest in state capitals or multiplication tables. This kid had a habit of daydreaming about the universe while his classmates were learning spelling. But hey, some kids are just born with their heads in the clouds. And in Albert's case, he was more interested in figuring out how the clouds stayed up there than in what was on the test. He later described this as his light beam thought experiment. He'd imagine what it would be like to ride a beam of light, zooming through the cosmos. Who needs state capitals when you're mentally mapping the universe? Fast forward a bit. After bouncing between schools and eventually earning a degree, young Einstein didn't exactly have universities lining up to hire him. So, what did he do? He took a job at the Swiss Patent Office. Not exactly the cutting edge of scientific research. Here, he was paid to review inventions that would totally change the world. Things like laundry folding devices and improved corkscrews. Riveting stuff. But here's the twist. This boring desk job gave him something he really needed: time. And in those stolen moments, Einstein was secretly transforming the way we understand space, time, and light. Who knew cubicle daydreaming could lead to revolutionizing science? In 1905, Albert had what scientists now call his miracle year. In a single year, he published 4 groundbreaking papers. And these weren't just regular papers. These were "I just changed science forever" papers. One paper explained the photoelectric effect, essentially kickstarting quantum theory. Another introduced the theory of special relativity, which redefined our understanding of time and space, and the world's reaction. Mostly, what on earth is this guy talking about? They barely understood it, but eventually, his brilliance began to sink in. And when the scientific community finally caught up, they realized this patent clerk had just rewritten reality. No big deal. And then came 1919. Thanks to an eclipse proving his theory of general relativity, Einstein went from smart guy in a dusty office to a global celebrity. He wasn't just a scientist, he was a sensation.
Can you explain relativity in one sentence?
Sure. Imagine sitting on a hot stove for a minute. It feels like an hour. Now spend an hour with a pretty girl, and it feels like a minute.
And just like that, relativity became a concept even your average Joe could reference at dinner parties. Thanks, Albert. And what about E equals mc squared? It became the world's favorite science equation, even if most of us have no idea what it actually means. By the 1920s, Einstein had a reputation that went beyond science. He was a celebrity, a man of the people. He attended premieres, met royalty, and posed for pictures with everyone from movie stars to presidents.
Dr. Einstein, what's your secret to such wild hair?
Simple. Forget to comb it.
Despite being one of the greatest minds in history, Einstein handled fame with a mix of amusement and confusion. He wasn't here for the fanfare. He just wanted to solve problems, play his violin, and maybe have a cup of coffee in peace. In his later years, Einstein became more outspoken on world issues, especially about nuclear weapons. And while he'd helped pave the way for nuclear research, he was an advocate for peace, tirelessly speaking against weapons of mass destruction. The genius, who had spent his life solving the universe's mysteries, spent his last years in quiet contemplation. He'd changed the world, though his equation probably appears on more t-shirts than it does in science textbooks. So, what did Einstein teach us? That big ideas can come from anyone, that the universe doesn't always make sense, and that even if you're a genius, you can forget to brush your hair once in a while. Thanks for watching, And please like and subscribe. See you next time.